This is the weirdest thing I think I've ever done. How gnarly is that? Whoa.
Hi, I'm Yuji. I'm a professional chef. These are my $339 Japanese curry ingredients.
Hi, I'm Daniel. I'm a home cook, and these are my $14 Japanese curry ingredients. Can you just like one time let me just do my thing?
I can work with this.
What is this?
I was planning to make Japanese seafood curry with uni and guidok.
It's alive? This thing's alive?
For broth, I was planning to use fresh Rhoda Island mussel together with premium Junmai Ginjo sake.
Well, at least there's alcohol. That should get me through.
I was planning to make uni curry roux together with bacon, apple, and many other spices. All served on top of koshihikari Japanese rice together with other beautiful toppings. This curry was gonna be my dream curry. Don't mess it up, Daniel.
Ay, ay, ay. Well, this has gotta be a joke. Is this like an April Fool's episode?
With Daniel's recipe, I have simple ingredients. But with the special techniques, I can make this even better. It's gonna be nice. If I have to guess, all these ingredients will cost me about $20. 14, even better.
If I had to guess, this all costs $120. 339 bucks? Oh my god. You trust me with this? So this is Chef Yuji's recipe book. In typical fashion, there's absolutely nothing to go off of here. Just a list of stuff. Yeah.
When it comes to making Japanese curry, it will be important to know how to cook rice properly, how to make broth. And then the last thing is how to make that broth into roux.
Hey, what's this?
Guidok is something that's overlooked in America, but it's very popular in Japan and Asia. It will be important for you to know how to shuck it properly and how to separate each part.
So if I could call Rose real quick, that would be great. Is that okay? Rose!
Daniel, how are you?
I'm doing okay. There's these things. They're urchins.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna use like kitchen shears, flip it over. There's gonna be like a little siphon hole there. Stick the shears into the hole and cut to the edge and then cut around the circumference. You're gonna take that off. Then you're gonna take a spoon and gently rub along the inside of the uni and remove everything that's in there.
Whoa, there's a lot going on inside here.
You're gonna put the organs and the uni that you removed with the spoon into cold water. Change the water right away until you have pretty clear water and really nice orangey, yellowish uni that's left. That's gonna be the thickener for your curry, believe it or not, and it's gonna add so much flavor. It's so good.
That's nuts. Whoa. How am I supposed to use this gooey dough?
First thing you're gonna do is dunk the whole thing in boiling water. Not to cook it, we're gonna loosen the skin. There's like a leathery skin on this siphon. 30 seconds should work. Then immediately put it in the ice bath to cool it down and stop the cooking process. Okay? Once it's nice and cold, take it out and you're going to take a knife and on one of the sides of the clamshell, you're gonna cut along the shell. You're gonna pull that away from the second shell, so remove the shell completely.
Bam! Look at that. This is a lot to look at, you know?
Separate the big muscle mass, the breast, from the rest of the shaft by cutting it. And then you're gonna snip the siphon, the long part, and you're gonna pull the skin off. It's actually gonna come off really nicely. Then we're gonna use it to make the mussel broth.
Ay, ay, ay. Alrighty. So now I'm gonna butterfly this down and open it up. See how this goes.
So time to make some broth. Broth is one of the most important things for making curry. So I got everything I need to make an excellent broth. So I'm gonna start with my chicken and I'm gonna turn the heat and add a little bit of oil. So I'm just gonna wait until you see a little smoke come out. And then I'm gonna add a drumstick. While I'm waiting for the heat to come, I'm gonna clean the chicken thigh. So just removing the bones. And you wanna have the same thickness all around, cutting where it's thick and then making it as flat as possible. Do the same thing. I'm not throwing away these bones. These are gonna be delicious for making the broth.
That looks not bad. I got two portions here of that massive sea beast. So now I'm just gonna cut the breast. All right, my gooey duck is prepped. I can guarantee you, my day has been weirder than your day.
So now pan's hot, so I'm gonna add the drumstick first. I'm gonna saute them until they are golden brown. And then while chicken drumsticks and the bones are getting cooked, I'm going to start cleaning vegetables. I'm gonna put this aside for later. I'm gonna make a chicken katsu.
All right, now time for the mussels. I've already cleaned these, so they are all ready and good to go. And basically, I'll be making a mussel broth, which will sort of serve as the flavorful base for the curry. So I'm gonna throw these all into a pan. And I guess the key ingredient here, one of the key ingredients, is the Dashi Broth that Chef Yuji was so gracious to gift me.
I made a kombu dashi for you because you have a lot going on today. You can thank me later. Kombu dashi is a stock made from dry kelp. You will make a really nice base for a broth instead of just adding a plain water.
And then the rest is gonna get topped off with the sake.
What's nice about this sake is it is super polished so that the flavor is gonna be super clear and so sweet.
That's delicious. Oh yeah. All I'm gonna do is turn this on to like medium-high heat, let this simmer for about 10 minutes, and then take the meat out. All right, see you soon, buddy.
I'm going to add garlic, skin everything, you can just toss it in here. And onions. As I clean the vegetables, I'm going to put the skins and scraps in here, and then the rest is gonna be saved for the roux later.
So 10 minutes is about up. Bang. And these little babies are nice and open now, so that's exciting. It smells really good. That broth mixed with the sake smells incredible. I'm gonna turn the heat off here and basically just take all of these and get them into this bowl. Now some of these are gonna be garnish, so I'm gonna probably just take a couple. So I've got some that I can just plate when the dish is finished. And the rest are going to kind of get like all this little meat, cut all that up, and it's gonna just kind of get added back into the broth.
Now my veggies are prepped for roux. I'm going to add water to this and then start making a broth. Now broth is looking good. I'm gonna let this simmer for about an hour, reduce it a little bit, and then strain.
Now I'm gonna work on the rest of this broth. So it's kind of gonna come in steps. I'm gonna start by straining this broth into a larger bowl.
Straining broth is my favorite moment.
Just so it catches all the little bits that I might have missed. I'm gonna throw a little bit of oil in the pan just to get that started. So first is the fennel, along with the onion, ginger, the gooey duck, and the mussels that we just cut up. I'm gonna let this cook for a little bit, and then I'm gonna add the broth and the bay leaves in. I'll let it cook down even more. I'm just gonna let this sit for like 10 minutes.
So I took all these drumsticks out, and I'm gonna wait until it cool off, and that meat is gonna be back into the roux later. Oh my god, looks good.
All right, so it's been like 10 minutes. Now all I'm gonna do is add the broth back into here and the bay leaves, and let that kind of cook down again for, I don't know, until it's like ready, I feel like.
So the broth is good to go.
This has been simmering for a little bit now, and as you can see up here up top, everything is kind of cooked down. So I'm just gonna strain this so I have the broth separated, and it's exciting because I feel like this is like another, it's like a check mark done in the recipe. And just like that, broth. Now I guess I can work on the meat. What?
So Daniel gave me this all-purpose flour, which I'll be using for making chicken katsu, but I'll also be using this for something else, udon. And making udon is very simple. You're gonna have all the flours, and then you're gonna make a little room right here so that you can add salt water. I'm trying to just blend it as even as possible. All the flours mix well as one big giant dough.
All right, so I guess it's time to prep the rice.
When Daniel cooks rice, he has to rinse it, he has to soak it, and then cook it.
So I'm just gonna wash this first.
Rinsing it will remove excess starch from the rice.
Then I'm gonna soak it.
You soak rice about a half hour before you actually start cooking. In this way, the rice will stay very moist, and then you won't have any hard part after it's cooked.
And then move on to putting it into the, what's that thing called?
I believe you're going to use a donabe to cook it in, which is really special. It's a clay pot that's designed specifically for making something like this beautiful rice that you have. This is a special rice because it's really high in a starch fraction that's called amylose. And so it soaks up the water really, really nicely.
I'm gonna throw this on high heat, let it boil for like 12 minutes, and then lower the heat back down to a simmer for another 10. Donabe, look away, because we'll be right back. I hate myself.
So now this is good. So I'm gonna vacuum seal it, and then this will soak up all the excess air out of the dough and then make a really nice gluten development. I'm gonna just rest this for about an hour.
All right, it's been a few minutes and some things are happening. There's a lot of bubbling and steaming going on. So I'm just gonna lower the heat, let it simmer. I was also instructed never to peek inside.
So my udon noodle dough is been rested and ready to be rolled. So I have a pasta roller attachment to the KitchenAid mixer. I'm gonna just roll out for 3 or 4 times so that I can get this the right texture. I think this is ready because when I pull it, it bounces back, it doesn't tear, and I'm gonna just hold it with a flour in between so that when I cut it, the noodles won't stick to each other. And to make sure as soon as I cut it, I'm gonna give a little massage. I think that is it. Now my handmade udon noodles ready.
All right, now I'm gonna start to build my curry. And that starts with my meat. We got bacon here and the tail end of the gooey duck. So I'm gonna cut this into like little lardon pieces, like 1/3 to 1/2 of an inch thick. This does look like a brownie kind of, doesn't it?
So I'm going to be making chicken katsu. Chicken katsu is a fried chicken cutlet. I thought that having fried chicken cutlet on top of curry was a very good idea because it really represents what the Japanese curry is about.
Nice. So my lardons are lardon. Udon. Get new material. I know, I'm not, hey.
I think Daniel was gonna make chicken katsu as well, but I'm gonna make it a little bit differently. I'm gonna turn this into flour. That's gonna be the coating for the chicken katsu. It's usually made with panko, but this will make it super crispy and crunchy.
My meat brownie of bacon is done, so now I'm gonna cut up the gooey duck. I'm actually really curious how this is gonna taste. Will it taste gooey or will it taste ducky? I don't know.
Gooey dog is an amazing seafood. It looks weird, yes, but it tastes like oyster. It's very sweet, has really nice crunchy flavor. You can do a lot of things with it.
So my gooey duck and my slab bacon are ready to go.
I got my oil heating up, so I'm gonna just first salt and pepper. Set it aside. Now I'm going to make this into rice flour.
Let's build the curry.
When you're making a curry roux, you need a fat as the base of the roux. I sent Daniel a slab of bacon so that he can use that delicious fat to be the base of his curry.
And there is so much fat in here now.
After you render the fat, the bacon's crispy. Don't throw away. You're gonna save that for topping later.
Bacon lardons are cooked.
Rice flour ready to go. This is all-purpose flour and then whole egg mixed. Here's my chicken thigh. I like to use my hands. I can kind of make sure that I'm coating every part. Don't move it. I know it's hard not to touch, but you're gonna have to let it cook. And then when you're frying, important to control the oil temperature. Otherwise, the crust won't be crispy.
Bacon's out. I've got all this bacon fat and oil kind of sitting in the bottom of this pan and it's ready for the gooey duck. So first thing is I'm going to add butter to this. I bet this is gonna taste so good, just like otherworldly good. Gooey duck. Not sure how long to cook this for, so I'm just gonna check it sporadically. I'm just gonna keep zhuzhing this, basically.
Now the first fry is finished. I'm gonna do the second fry right now. I'm gonna turn the temperature higher. This is gonna make it extra crispy.
It's starting to get a little brown, like especially towards the outsides. So I'll probably give it like 2 minutes and then take it off just because I really do not want to mess this up. The last thing I want to do is just burn it to the ground.
All right, now second fry is finished. Everything is golden brown. Nice. Very good. Perfect. This is my double fried rice flour chicken katsu.
All right, gooey duck is cooked down.
So Daniel gave me eggs. I use it already for a chicken katsu recipe, but I'm gonna also make it something else. Onsen egg, known as a hot spring egg. A low temperature cooked egg for about 40 minutes at 63 Fahrenheit. And I'm gonna chuck it in ice, and you're gonna crack it, and the poached egg will come out straight. Yes. Good.
Next, I'm going to add the vegetables. So it's gonna start with the onions, the grated carrot, and the garlic. And I'm gonna let this cook down for a bit. And this is just gonna taste insane, I'm sure.
Now it's time to make curry roux. It's gonna be pretty simple. I'm gonna heat up the pot, high heat, and then wait.
All right, so it's been about 20-30 minutes. As you can see, everything's cooked down, the onions are caramelized. So what I'm gonna add next is the shredded apple and cook down for like another 5 minutes.
The apple is gonna add a really nice sweetness to it. It also helps to add a thickness of the roux.
This smells so good. They should make this into a candle. Who wants to invest?
This is just a neutral oil, hot vegetables. So there are 2 kinds of making curry roux. One kind is making all the vegetables and everything into very smooth paste, but the second one is having these chunky vegetables and a roux as it is. That's more like a family style of a curry that I'm familiar with. So I'm gonna make a chunky vegetable style curry.
All right, so this looks pretty solid. The apple is definitely caramelized down. So I'm just gonna add everything else, starting with the tomato paste. And now the exciting part is to add all of the spices. So I'm gonna be adding some turmeric, cumin, coriander that I actually ground up from the coriander seeds that he gave me, cayenne, garlic powder, ground ginger, and ground pepper.
And just a little bit salt. And I'm going to add broth. As soon as you pour the broth, you're gonna turn the heat low. So I'm gonna just let it simmer for about half hour until the vegetables are soft.
All right, this smells so good. It's been sitting for a little bit, so now I'm gonna add the orange. And Rose said to zest the entirety of the orange, so that is exactly what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna let this sit for like another minute or two. This is a very laborious process. Like if this is what Chef Yuji's doing every single time, because you saw what I gave him. I gave him a box of pre-made curry.
So here is a very classic golden curry, and I'm gonna add this into the curry vegetables and then also the drumstick meat. Curry is something that all kids love growing up in Japan. Absolutely one of my favorite meals.
All right, so now all that's left is to add the broth to this. So I'm going to gently and carefully bring my broth back in. I'm gonna mix this up. I'm gonna turn the heat up a little bit as well. And my goal with this is I'm gonna reduce this to like half. So this is gonna take a little bit. So sit tight.
All right, let's finish my curry. So I have this drumstick saved from broth making. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull all the meat and fat out, and it's gonna blend really well with the curry roux. No parts being wasted, because this looks already good.
So you can see now the curry has reduced by quite a bit. It is a lot thicker. The only thing left to do is add the uni. So uni's gonna go in. I'm basically just gonna blend this up for a little bit and then let it cook down a little bit more. Look at how bright that is.
You can always over make curry because the leftover will always taste better. The second day, third day, taste even gets better. So I'm gonna just break it. The smells amazing. You can always count on golden curry, so good. If it's too thick, you can always add the broth to loosen up. I taste it and I think it needs more broth, so I'm gonna add more. Don't throw away the broth. You never know when you're gonna need it. I was looking for more loose consistency, more like a stew. Perfect. Yes, I'm done.
Alrighty, so it's been about 20 minutes. Now, only thing left to add is some soy sauce. And I want to try this before I add the soy sauce, just so I know what the baseline taste is. Oh, that's good. Just a little bit at a time and kind of taste it as I go. Yeah. All right, this looks great. I think we are ready to plate.
The curry is ready to go.
So I've got my watermelon radish here and the fennel fronds, like the tops of the fennel. And next is the watermelon radish. Never in my life have I used a watermelon radish. So I'm just gonna peel it and then thinly slice it like I would to garnish anything else. Whoa, so cool. Look at this thing. Simple as that, on to assembling.
So now it's time to put everything together. So I'm gonna start with the udon. So this will take about 3 minutes. Now noodles started floating, looks good. Udon's almost ready. When I plate my curry, I'm looking for the perfect balance amount of ingredients versus noodles and then a curry roux. And then I'm going to add this onsen egg right here. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this chicken katsu. This is my take on Japanese curry with Daniel's ingredients. It's gonna be good.
I've resisted my urge to peek, but now I feel like it's time. Ooh, that looks like good rice. I feel like the proper next step is curry. Something like that. I'm gonna do the mussels. And the gooey duck. Do a little piece right there. Bacon. I'll throw some of these watermelon radishes also on the outside. And now, last but not least, I'm going to add the fennel, right? So here is my take at Chef Yuji's curry. I can't wait to see what Chef Yuji thinks. I hope I did the Japanese curry recipe justice. What? What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, this is crazy.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Your recipe's insane. Absolutely insane. Whoa! Did you make noodles? What?
Yeah, full curry, that's what we do. Yeah.
That is insane.
Then you're gonna break the egg.
Okay.
Right? And the egg yolk is gonna come out. So you're gonna just mix it up with everything. Nice.
Ooh.
You have like thin noodles and thick noodles.
This is unreal. This is so good.
It's pretty good, yeah. Especially the crust on the chicken. It's like,
The crust on the chicken is absolutely insane.
yeah.
Can you try mine?
Yes.
Tell me what you think. Yeah?
So, oh my god. Uni in a curry is like,
I mean, it was your move. Don't look at me. That's yours. I need to try this gooey duck too.
I think the best curry I ever had actually. It's so good.
I'm gonna cry. Can we just cut? I'm gonna cry. No, cheers to you. Is there any sake around?
Oh,
there it is.
Cheers.
Yeah, here's to you, man. Thank you for showing me, opening my eyes to the beauty of gooey duck.